Happy spring. I'm starting from the back corner. It's last weekend in March, so this weekend is when I'm starting all of my tomatoes and basil, marigolds, bee balm, a couple other things. But it's spring, stuff's starting to break ground, so I wanted to go through. On this side bed, the oregano, and hard to see in there, but the thyme has all come back. Grapes haven't broken dormancy yet, but I'm very happy to see that all this stuff survived the neglect last year and then survived the winter this year with more neglect, so that was a good idea. The yard's a mess. This is the first layer. I need to get more wood chips and horse manure to finish building this out. This was as far as my last batch of it went. So I'm trying to repair the dirt. Ooh, so much garbage blows in from the street here. Sorry. Looking down. Let's see. This lilac broke dormancy early on and then went dormant again, I think. Well, there's still a little leaf down there, but so the lilac is still alive, but we have cold weather coming through. Moving up this line, these are daffodils that I planted 2 years ago, moved last year. They didn't flower last year. They should flower this year. Nothing in the rest of this has come up. This is really a hot dry bed, not super spring bulb heavy, but I do have another daffodil patch here that's coming up. And one over here is this raised area in front of the window that has not come up yet. These were planted last year, so I probably didn't get the planting depth right on them. Daffodils have the ability to move themselves in the soil to move to the right planting depth or reorient the bulbs, like change. If you plant the bulb sideways over time, it'll move itself to be facing up. So I'm not too worried about it. But lots of daffodils coming in, and we're about to get our first daffodil flower from my mother's selection. Over here, down here we have the daylilies breaking ground. The gladioluses haven't yet. The irises are all up and leafy, so we'll get iris blooms on time anyway, but they're doing well in this bed. Lots of dandelions in the corners here. I just haven't been weeding them. This front area right here with these little sprouts coming up is grape hyacinth, so we're going to have grape hyacinth soon. The lavender bed pretty well survived the winter. Yeah, lavender bed survived the winter. This bed is still trash. I've been keeping up with watering it with urea. I need to do that again today. Then into the back. Nothing over there is up yet. In the annual patch, I've cleaned it up. I've planted some peas in this corner along the fence. Then I have this hoop house. I planted a lot into it a while back. Well, I'm watering, so it looks kind of messy, but we're going to get, it was cold last night, it's going to be cold again in the next couple days. So I'm watering everything. The water helps hold the heat in the soil. But this lettuce, sorry. This one is Lunix from Baker Creek. This is doing just fine in our 20-degree nights, or 20 or below, like high teens. This is red leaf romaine. That's doing okay. The tatsoi is so-so. Yeah, so-so. Those stakes have peas planted at the bottom. Those will sprout later. Over here is bib. The bib has not appreciated being transplanted out this early. Second row in, or next row in. Kale, the only one that's okay with it is this Raggedy Jack, the red Russian kale. And then broccoli in the back, that's toast for the most part. It's transplanting. It might survive, it might not. This patch right here is self-seeded arugula. And then radishes are planted over here. And that's what's starting to come up here, is a bunch of radish seed. When it gets warm, the strawberries have started pushing their way out of the mulch. That's what these guys are. They're kind of spotty in there, but they're pushing their way up. The rhubarb has broken dormancy. Chives and garlic chives over here. Egyptian walking onions. So spring onions. More chives. And then the garlic bed has broken dormancy. We should have a decent garlic harvest. I planted out about 110 cloves, and it looks like they're all coming up real happy. So we will have lots of garlic this year. That's about it for what's broken dormancy back here. The compost pile is still brown heavy, getting too much carbon in it, so it's not going to compost right, and it's going to take forever, and it's just kind of a mess. When I get my load of horse manure in, a lot of that is going to come back on this to try and help break it down faster. So that's about what I got. I need to water to prepare for the cold weather coming in. Love this hoop house. I'm going to do it again. The double layered plastic has been very effective. Happy spring all. Take care.